Hey everybody, how's it going? Travel Man Dan here, and welcome to today's episode of Food Friday. Yeah, today's going to be a lot of fun as I'm doing a collaboration with Flying Bison Brewery and Paula's Donuts. Oh, yummy! Yeah! So sit back, relax, and get ready for the show.
Food fight, food fight, food fight, food fight. Yeah! Give me something good to eat. We are feasting.
Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you checking out this episode. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there. Ring the notifications bell so you're notified when new episodes come out each and every week. Now, let's go ahead and get started. I'm super excited about today's episode. Due to the pandemic, we're still unable to go into these small businesses, so I thought it would be cool to go ahead and do it, well, right here in my parents' basement. Why not, right? And today's a collaboration of food and drink with two great companies, two local companies here in Western New York. And I bring to you guys Flying Bison Brewery collaborated with Paula's Donuts to make some fantastic beer. So the objective of this video is to go ahead and drink the beer and eat the donuts at the same time and see how well they mesh, see if the beer really tastes like the donut, or vice versa, I guess. I guess the donut came first, so hopefully the beer is able to keep up with the donut because the donuts are great. I absolutely love it. I'll be sure to go ahead and put down in the description all the links to Flying Bison and Paula's Donuts, and I hope this video inspires Flying Bison and Paula's Donuts to bring me back and bring me inside to show what it's like at their restaurant and at their brewery. Maybe even go into the kitchen or maybe check out the brew vats. Yeah, so this is what we're working with, and let me introduce today's food. The first one we have is this one right here. It's called Paula's Peanut Stick Porter. Oh, look at that. Okay, now, should be delicious beer. Really looking forward to it. I like porter beers. They tend to be stronger, and this is the 8% alcohol, which is a strong beer. If you watch my weekly beer and video review show, you can check it out every Sunday live on YouTube. But anything over 6% is considered a strong beer to me. This is the Peanut Stick Porter. So let's take a look at the peanut stick from Paula's Donuts. Look at this thing flying in. Look at this behemoth. Oh my gosh. Take a look at this donut. Look at this thing. I'm just going to give you guys a spinneroo. Okay, take a look at all the deliciousness and glory going on with this peanut stick. Are you kidding me? Okay, that thing is mesmerizing me. It's drawing me closer to the center of it as I had to snap out of it. Sorry, guys. All right, so there is the peanut stick porter and the peanut stick from Flying Bison and Paula's. The second thing that we will be reviewing from Flying Bison, let me introduce to you the Red Velvet Owl. If you are a fan of Red Velvet, you are probably gonna love this one. And from Paula's Donuts, let me introduce you to the Red Velvet Donut. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. All the glaze going on that. Just gonna be a marvel today. Absolutely awesome. So, these are the players. Let's get started. All right, before we get started, I'd like to give a special shout out to Anna, who had sold me these delicious donuts this morning in Tonawanda on Sheridan Drive at Paula's Donuts. So shouts out to you, Anna. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope you enjoy this channel. Now, let's go ahead and get started. What should I go with first? They both look so inviting, delicious. But I think I'm gonna go with the Peanut Stick Porter. So, before I do anything else, let's go ahead and remove our hats because we are eating. And let's go ahead and pour this Paula's Donut Peanut Stick Porter. Gotta use Pops' as lighter for this. Forgot the bottle opener. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'll pour it in this glass and give you a look. There we go, let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. You can smell it coming out of the bottle. Oh, that's some thick, dark beer. Deliciousness from Flying Bison. Take a look at that. That is as thick and dark as a beer can be. Let's go ahead and take a whiff. Oh yeah, you can smell it. Okay, that smells like a good old peanut stick. And now, let's get into it. Now I'm going to move this off to the side over here and take a look at this peanut stick up close. Now Paula's is very popular here in Buffalo, New York. And take a look at this enormous, massive peanut stick donut. Okay? It's like the thing in Star Wars that comes out of the Sarlacc pit. Some people actually think it's too much donut. Me, I'm on the side of I absolutely love it. The bigger the better, I guess. And one thing I really like about Paula's is they take that old-fashioned donut taste, that old-fashioned donut flavor that I grew up with, and they continue with the consistency of it while making it just a little bit bigger. Now, there's a lot of crazy donut shops out there. If you haven't seen my video on Danny Trejo's donut, I'll go ahead and throw that up there right now. You can check that out. But they're, well, I call them the new wave of donuts. They're a bit foo-foo. They're a lot lighter. Just a different taste overall than these old-fashioned donuts. And that's one thing I absolutely love about Paula's, how they've kept through time the same consistent taste. They just make them bigger. All right, so let's go ahead and crack this sucker in half. I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and do both pieces. It might be just too much. I'll bite into the donut and then I'll drink the beer and I'll tell you what I think. Oh wow. Wow. Okay. Oh, right away I bite in there. Take a good look at that. As I take a chunk out of that, you can see how fluffy and cakey the inside of that is. Layered with delicious glazed peanuts, chocolate, as they're just falling off. It's raining peanuts, it's raining, make it rain peanuts. Anyway, yeah, the first bite into this peanut stick from Paula's did not disappoint. You crunch through all the peanuts and the chocolatey and the just the way that they're really condensed in there. I mean, you can see this thing is completely coated. There's no blind spots. There's no holes in their donut stick. And then they have like a thin layer of glaze on the outer part of this delicious, cakey donut. Take another look at that sucker. Ooh, that's a donut for you. I have the familiarity and taste of the peanut stick donuts fresh in my mouth. Now, let's go ahead and try out the Flying Bison Peanut Stick Porter. Ooh. Oh, that's fantastic. Ooh, that's amazing. Wow. That is epic right there. Holy cow. Take another look at this delicious beer. One thing that I immediately taste off of that is you get that really kind of malty flavor porter taste, right? And as you're drinking it, then the peanut butter hits you. And what's crazy, ingrained in this liquid is that weird glaze that most donuts taste like. That glaze that's coating and keeping the peanuts all together on this thing. Fantastic job, Flying Bison. It tastes identical to the original peanut stick. Wow, I'm impressed. I really am. Love my porters. Love to sit down with the flavored beer. Now, you can't drink a lot of these porters, okay? Just like the donuts, they're really heavy. So don't expect to go ahead and pull up to a volleyball game or a beach party, maybe a summer lawn fete, and expect to drink 12 of these peanut stick porters. You just won't be able to do it. Porters in general are thicker, they're stronger beers, obviously 8%, but this one is absolutely delicious. So it's nice if you want to have it as a dessert beer. Let's go ahead and bite into this donut again. Wow. This thing is awesome. There is so much flavor going on in this thing. There is so much taste in one donut that I absolutely love these ones. Super delicious, and we are feasting. Cheers, everybody. Happy New Year. One thing I really like about this is the consistency of a porter, how flat it tastes, right? If we take a look at it, it doesn't have a lot of carbonation. Even if I swirl it around, it's not foaming up. It's not giving you a giant riser of head like a Pilsner might, or maybe a lager. It's nice and flat, and it really tastes just like Paula's peanut stick donuts. It's like a dessert beer, right? Maybe you whack down 6 or 7 before the ribs and hot dogs are ready. Then you go ahead and you have a big old feast, and then you want 1 or 2 more. Maybe you don't want to crack into the cookies or the cannolis, but you definitely want to try this one. This one is really good because it gives you that strength and alcohol. You can definitely taste it, right? I mean, I can definitely feel already getting a little cheeky, right? Where you get the rosy red cheeks from drinking strong alcohol. But this one's got a really nice flavor to it, like a peanut stick donut. So it's really refreshing and tasty, and is a delicious little dessert. I definitely recommend it. Hey guys, if you're noticing the gear on today, this is the signed, autographed Hall of Fame Thurman Thomas jersey. Check out the back. Now, quick story about Thurman Thomas. Growing up here in Buffalo, absolutely idolized the Buffalo Bills. Their run in the 90s was one of the most significant runs in football history. Yeah, they did lose 4 Super Bowls, but they brought so much joy to me, especially at such an impressionable age, right? I was in high school, captain of the football team, all that business, right? But Thurman Thomas to me was my boyhood sports iconic idol. You know, I'm not out there playing with the Bills. I've heard a lot of good stories about Thurman, obviously watched all his interviews, but about 4 or 5 years ago, I was flying back home from China, and I was flying first class. You know, don't do that often, but I was in the little lounge area, and I saw Thurman Thomas, man. We were in Detroit, and he probably doesn't remember this. This is probably just another Tuesday afternoon for him because he's an iconic superstar. But I saw Thurman. I was like, oh my gosh. I ran up to Thurman. I was like, hey, Thurman, I just wanted to say thanks a lot. You know, appreciate all of the good things that you did for our city on and off the football field. You're my boyhood hero. Really appreciate it. You know, he gets stopped by strangers all the time. You know, he shook my hand or gave me a daps or whatever and was like, thanks, man. And he took off. I was like, damn. I kind of met Thurman Thomas, you know, but anyway, story then, and I'll never forget this. So, Thurman Thomas, if you're ever seeing this, thank you so much. You are the most genuine, authentic person, and for me to grow up idolizing you on the football field and seeing what you did for this community and seeing what you continue to do, it means so much to me, really, from my heart, because this next thing is really nice because you don't get a chance to meet the celebrities or professional athletes that you grew up idolizing or loving. And anyway, all the flights have been called. I'm still in the lounge, sucking back some beers, having a good time. I'm at one of them tabletops where you stand up, and it's pretty much emptied out now. And lo and behold, wouldn't you believe it, Thurman Thomas comes up to me, Danny Soleil, Travel Man Dan, and he says, hey man, how about a beer? I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, you know, I work in movies all the time. I'm around superstars all the time. I worked with my idol Jackie Chan in the movie business. I don't get starstruck. The thing I'll take from this is when you meet your boyhood idol, especially in sports, you have this image of them, of what they're like and stuff. And then you actually meet them, and they go beyond that. Just a really nice, authentic, genuine, good man, good person. I really appreciate that. And, you know, to this day, Thurman Thomas is still my favorite player ever in football. And I love wearing this jersey. I'm going to go ahead and frame it up, Hall of Fame on the back. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in the Travel Man Dan bar. I just wanted to go ahead and tell you that little story. Thurman Thomas means so much to me as a player and as a guy that throughout the 90s and who continues to support this community here in Buffalo, New York, he was much more than expected when I met him. And that's tough to do. He was just a regular guy. And that to me is my story about Thurman Thomas. Thurman, if you happen to check this out, I'm sure you've eaten Paula's. Don't know if you tried the Flying Bison, but thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me, a Buffalo Bill super fan, and enjoying that beer and that one day in Detroit. Appreciate it, and all the best. Happy New Year to you and your family. All right, let's get back into the show. Go ahead and bite this little peanut stick donut piece. I mean, just this alone has more flavor and more punch and more pop than any regular donut at any other place that I've actually tried, because I try a lot of donuts all over the world, and I'll continue to put up donut videos. But Paula's Donuts for me was the absolute number one, the best, the one and only place that I absolutely can say, you know what? Those donuts are just fantastic. Let's go ahead, slam down the rest of this peanut stick, drink the rest of this porter, and move on and try the next one. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Paula, I hope that you see this video and you invite me into Paula's Donuts one day. I'll be back this summer, and I'd love to come and do a full video on your donuts. They are fantastic. I absolutely love them. I've been eating them since I was a kid, and for me, they'll always be number one. And this peanut stick, this is chef, huh? All right, let's go ahead and finish off this delicious porter. Once again, this is the Flying Bison Paula's Peanut Stick Porter. Wow. Refreshing, delicious, fantastic. The way that they were able to capture this donut into this beer, unbelievable. Perfect. Really spot on. Love the angle that they took to go ahead and say, you know what? Buffalo really loves Paula's Donuts, and I think probably the peanut stick might be the number one donut. But let's go ahead and make a beer like it. And they slammed it home. They won it. They did it. They did definitely do justice to the Paula's Peanut Stick Donut. So, if you're in Western New York, I encourage you to try out Paula's Peanut Stick Donut and go to Flying Bison or any of your local place and buy this Peanut Stick Porter from Flying Bison. Yeah, it's a little strong, but it's absolutely delicious. Really good dessert beer. And let's get into the second donut of today's show. All right, everybody, it's time to start today's second donut, and that is the red velvet cake. Look at that thing. Oh, man, that is beautiful looking. Look at the glaze on that thing. Absolutely delicious. The cake probably is fantastic. We're going to lay that sucker down right there, and we're going to go ahead and get the beer. And now to pair with the donut, let's go ahead and try out Flying Bison's Red Velvet Ale. Take another look. Look at that thing. Whew. What a great idea for Flying Bison to pair, to collaborate with a great company like Paula's. Hey guys, if you could, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below what's your favorite beer, flavored or non-flavored, and your favorite donut. Maybe I can get a chance to try it out. Alright, so let's go ahead and pour this sucker in there, see what it looks like, and it is looking very alley, right? Okay, not as dark as the peanut stick porter, but as we take a look, it's got that amber color, almost like a deep copper, almost brown looking, right? Take a look, got a lot more carbonation, thicker, bigger head going on in there, and looks like a delicious glass of beer. Let me go ahead and take a whiff. Ooh. Ooh. Smells delicious. Really looking forward to trying out this Red Velvet Ale. So, just like the last one, let's go bite into the donut first, then I'll take a big healthy chug from the glass of beer, and I'll tell you what I think, what the comparison is. How much does this beer taste like this donut? Or how much does this donut taste like this beer? Vice versa, whatever, I don't know. Here we go. Alright, Red Velvet, take a look at that. Ooh, baby. Right away, I break it open. Look how deep red that thing looks, right? Looks like just a piece of epic beauty right there. Take a look at that. Look at the inside of that. That is nice and cakey. Looks fresh, clean, moist. And let's go ahead and bite into it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Outstanding. Really. Now, a lot of people have an acquired taste for Red Velvet because sometimes it's a weird off taste of what they think that cake should taste like, but no way, Jose, that is absolutely delicious. You bite into that thing and the glaze around it. Take a look at it. Once again, that glaze, that donut is done to perfection. It's so sweet. The first bite is wrapped around a nice, tasty, scrumptious chomp of sugar coming from that glaze. Then you bite into that cake. It's super moist. It's fresh. It's got that red velvet. Is that velvet? Okay, really nice piece to it. And you bite into it, you chew it down, you enjoy it, and it's absolutely delicious. Just like Thurman Thomas, I think the red velvet donut should go into the Donut Hall of Fame. What do you think? All right, now it's time to go ahead and try out Flying Bison's collaboration. As we look at this, it looks like a strong ale, right? Much darker than a lager and a pilsner, but a little bit lighter than an IPA, a porter, or a stout. Let's go ahead and taste it. Okay. All right. Ooh, it's coming to me now. Oh yeah, that's slamming right there. All right, so my initial sip into this thing, it just tasted like, well, a strong ale. Many ales out there are very similar in flavor. But as I swallowed it down and the aftertaste rushed up and gushed up into my taste buds, said, hey Danny, that tastes just like a red velvet donut from PAULA'S. And that's exactly what it is. Perfect collaboration. Awesomely done. Tastes just like this particular donut. I don't know if you're looking for some strange, crazy, really outlandish donut drink, but if you do, stick to the red velvet right here. It's got a delicious taste. It's superb in flavor, and boy, they've done a great job at matching it to this donut. Let's go back into it and bite into this thing. Oh yeah. One thing I really like about this donut is the structural integrity of it. That's right. So we take a look, all that delicious sugar glaze. And what that does is that keeps that soft, fluffy, cakey donut encased. So when you first bite into it, the crunch that you get from the sugar blast and the coat around the cakey part of the donut is perfect. Then you get into this, ooh, it's delicious. You know, this is my little sister Nicole's. Shout out to Nicole. This is her favorite donut. And I can always remember, you know, I'm going to PAULA'S. Can you give me a red velvet? And I can see why. I can see why she liked this one. Absolutely delicious, outstanding flavor, not overpowering in any category, just a really solid donut consistent with the flavor of red velvet cake, red velvet cupcakes, red velvet cookies, whatever it is. I definitely suggest you trying out the red velvet donut. Really exquisite pairing, terrific taste, and wow, just like the last one, this red velvet ale from Flying Bison is exactly like this donut. It's like they took these two and what do you have? You eat something, you drink something. You eat something, drink something. Eat something, drink something. Eat something. I'll do both. Absolutely delicious. I like, just like the peanut donut, that this is like a dessert drink. It's something that you have almost like an aperitif, right? You've already eaten dinner, you want something sweet, you don't want to eat cake, you don't want to eat cookies, you want something to drink. Check out this red velvet ale from Flying Bison. This thing is awesome. You're going to absolutely love it. Great job, Flying Bison. Amazing job, PAULA'S Donuts. I'll forever stay true to your donut shop, and I'll continue to drink your beers. Thank you so much. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode of Food Friday. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you're new to the channel and you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there. Ring the notifications bell so you're notified when new videos come out each and every week. Go ahead, give me a like on this video. Drop me down a comment below. Let me know what you liked about it. Or if you can suggest a beer or donut for me to try, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for staying and watching. I appreciate the support. I hope you saw something cool and fun going on in this video, like the peanut stick donut and the red velvet donut from PAULA'S. I hope you learned something new and interesting, like the collaboration from the Flying Bison Brewery that they did with the PAULA'S Donuts. Those beers were fantastic. But most of all, I hope you're inspired to get your butt to Paula's or Flying Bison or both and try out some of these delicious donuts and beer. Thanks again for watching this episode of Food Friday. I'm Travel Man Dan, and remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it. Hey, 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 let's go Buffalo.